Hey yo, this is Dash, and today I'm going to be using Sammy, my big green egg. Now, you know what I found out, and you know what I realized? A lot of people have questions and they don't understand or they don't know much about ceramic grills. And I won't say big green eggs in general, because a big green egg is ceramic. There's acorns, there's vision grills, there's this, there's that. They're all similar. So I'm going to show you kind of how this thing really works. So I figure the best thing that I can do is show you what it looks like inside of the grill. I want to show you how much charcoal is left at the bottom of here. Okay, so when people say that this grill can go for 18 hours or so, there's probably 3-4 inches of charcoal that's in here, and this is what's left after a cook. Now this cook that I did, the last cook that I did, I can't remember. If I have it on video, I'll insert some video here. But I don't know if I did or not. But that being said, I'm going to add just a little bit of fresh charcoal on top so it'll get lit a little easier. And then we're going to come and we will get the diverter plate put on top. I'll get my water pan put in here, and then I'm going to get to cooking. I'm going to cook on the riser and the grate there. So let's move this wood from the last cook out of the way, and we'll get charcoal. And I'm not going to put a lot of charcoal in here. I'm just going to put a new layer right on top. Get this spread out. All right, so now this is a perfect opportunity to use my grill gun. If you guys haven't seen that video where I got the grill gun, I'm going to post a link there. But let's get this on and start it.
Hey yo, this is Dash. Get ready.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave the grill open for a few minutes. Now, from one of the things that I've been told is I close the grill off too fast, and that's why it doesn't come up to temperature quick enough. I'm going to cook some cabbage and I'm going to cook some potatoes. I'm going to get my cabbage and my potatoes. I'm going to get them prepared. I'm going to leave this open so that the grill can come up to temperature. Now, what I will do is get this diverter plate on here so that it can come up to temperature at the same time. And these couple pieces of wood here, this is apple wood that I have from my tree there, I'm going to get those over the fire so I will get some smoke along with the charcoal. Now, the diverter plate, the reason why you put it in there now is because if I put it in here while it was hot, this would crack, or there's a higher likelihood of it cracking because of the difference in temperature. Now, because of the fact that I'm getting it in here at the same time, everything should come up to temperature at the same time. We should be good to go. And I'm going to cook some cabbage and some potatoes out here. We'll slow cook those, and then we will get I'm cooking some beef ribs today. I didn't even tell you, did I? I'm just cooking I'm going to be cooking some beef ribs, and hopefully we can get this done. But this isn't about the cook today. I really want to talk to you about the big green egg. Now, this big green egg is actually a big green egg XL. So it's a bit bigger than some of the ones that you might have. This basically is a 22.5 inch. It's the same size, where it uses almost the same grates as the Weber kettle does. But like I said, let me go get my cabbage prepped and my potatoes prepped. I'll be back out here in a bit. All right, So I'm back out at Sammy, and it looks like the temperature, what I ended up doing, I had the bottom grate all the way open with the mesh closed. I have the top grate open wide with the daisy wheel wide open, and I'm just trying to keep the temperature low. I want this temperature to kind of settle in at no more than 300 degrees. We are almost at 200 degrees, so having the grill open, so what I did was I left it open like this for a while, and then now we are getting up to temperature. We are starting to get up to temperature. So the cabbage and the potatoes, I'm actually going to cook the cabbage like I saw Big Lou cook some cabbage. And what he did was he cored the cabbage, and I'm going to tell you about it because I want you to go to his video, and his video will be over here if I remember to put it up there. But he cored the cabbage, he coated his in butter, I coated mine in olive oil, and he seasoned it with some Uncle Steve shake. So I am going to season them. I have 2 heads of cabbage with the Uncle Steve shake, and then I also have some potatoes. I'm going to just let that cook out here for a while. It is, survey says, 9:22. I want to have lunch done at noon, so I'm going to let the cabbage and the potatoes cook out here for, I'm going to check on them in about an hour, see how they're going. Uncle Steve shake should hopefully taste good on the cabbage, but Big Lou wrapped the cabbage up after about an hour or so and then kind of just let it finish cooking. Hopefully at about 10:30, 11 o'clock, I will get my beef ribs out here, and they're just some beef short ribs, and we're just going to get them cooked. I'm going to cook them slow-ish. We'll see kind of how that all takes place, but I'll see you guys. Well, actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the cabbage and the potatoes. All right, so I have my heads of cabbage, and I'm just going to. So again, I seasoned them with Uncle Steve shake. I cored them. Actually, Big Lou used a knife and got the core out. I have one of those apple cores, so I just stuck the apple core down in there and then just wallowed out the hole a little bit to get more of that core out. But I'm just gonna stick the cabbage core side up right here. Again, core side up. Now he showed a trick on how to get your cabbage to stay. If it doesn't stay, he used a lid from a ball jar. So I thought that was pretty cool. Figured I would tell you guys about it. Now there's a little bit of liquid here. Let's just drop that down in there. And drop that down in there. I won't say it can't hurt, but hopefully it can't hurt. And then I have some potatoes. We're just gonna line up 3 on this side. Now, you guys see this hoodie here. I actually have these hoodies for sale. There is a link down in the description for the Teespring store where you can get hoodies. Unfortunately, this black one is a limited edition. This was a first run only, but I do have a couple different colors of gray out there for you guys to order if you are so inclined and want to support the channel. But the pouch came in handy as we get the potatoes on and the cabbage on. All right, I'll see this in about an hour. All right, so it's been almost an hour, and my temperature is sitting at just under 250 degrees. Now I know in order to get the temperature up, I need to open the daisy wheel more. I can get it opened up so I can get more air out. So we'll let the air out and we'll get the temperature up. Like I said, I do want to get the temperature up closer to probably 300 degrees. So we're going to open that up a bit. Now let's take a look at this cabbage here. Obviously you can't really see much or do anything with the potatoes. I did flip them over right before I opened up the camera, and then I realized I didn't turn the camera on. But the cabbage is looking okay. Don't really see much of anything as far as change, but it's looking fine so far. So we'll just leave that sit there. I'll come back out here in another probably 20 minutes to a half an hour, and we'll see how this is going. All right, so I am back out at Sammy, and it has been a little over an hour. We're at about an hour and 15 minutes, just because I had some stuff to take care of in the house. I am actually working right now, but the thermometer on the grill is showing 325 degrees. So I actually closed off the daisy wheel just a little bit, and I'm going to, I think I'll probably leave it the way that it is. I want to get the beef ribs, the short ribs, out here and on the grill and get them cooked. I won't say quickly, but I want to get them cooked without much fuss. So actually, while I'm thinking about it, I have to do some shuffling around here. I want to get the Traeger started because I'm going to move the cabbage and the potatoes from the Big Green Egg to the Traeger. I'm going to get the temperature turned up to 350 degrees because I want to get them finished. And I'm going to, oh man, look at that cabbage. We got some smoke on the cabbage, which is good. Actually, while I have this open, I'm going to close off the bottom and I'm going to get my cabbage taken off and wrapped up. And we can see the fact that there's more air getting in there. We have fire, we have liftoff, ignition basically. All right, let's get this set up so we can do this rather quickly. So now that I'm seeing smoke, I know that the fire should hopefully have died down. Let's get one head of cabbage off. And I'm gonna get it on my foil. Now, whew, smoky. Between Alton and James from Aim 'em and Claim 'em, and Alton from the Dogfather, the Dogfather's YouTube channel, I'm gonna put spray some Parquet, some butter in here. Now I can feel that I'm not there yet with the cabbage. It's still, I won't say tough, but it is still hard. And we're gonna get this to the point where everything is rolled up, by the way it's balled up. I know that the top is up, so I don't lose those juices that are coming off the top. All right, so now you can see I'm getting smoked out by the Traeger. This is what we want to, not die off, but get out of there first before we get our food, especially if it was something that wasn't necessarily wrapped in foil in there, so that now that the smoke has dissipated and is gone, I'll get the temperature turned up to 350. Again, I'm trying to finish this in a timely fashion. Get that out of the way, and I'll get my potatoes moved over. Now the potatoes can hang out over there. I'm gonna go get, I think I'm just gonna have it like this. I'm not gonna get a water pan. I was gonna say I'm gonna get a water pan. Nope. I am gonna close the daisy wheel off though, a little. Get that closed off. So when I get my ribs on here, I will, I'm going back and forth here, whether I wanna put a water pan or if I don't. I know that I'm not gonna have enough room to put a big enough water pan to cover everything. So I think I'm gonna leave it the way that it is, just like this. I'm gonna go get my beef ribs and get them over here. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my beef ribs on. And just because I don't have a table, I've lowered you guys down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna get them on the grill here. Now these should not take very long at all to cook. I wish I could have done a little bit more smoking of them, but it'll be all right. All right, last one. Where am I gonna get it? Put it around here. All right, so beef ribs are on. All right, so I'm back out of Sammy, and it's been about 15 minutes. Woo! The steam that just came off of there was pretty crazy. So my ribs are cooking up. I really wanted these to take their time, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Looks like I'm grilling these kind of hot and fast, even though that was not my intention, but it's okay. It happened. I closed off the daisy wheel, it's at the top, and I'm closing off the thing at the bottom. I really want to slow these down to hopefully help them get a little bit more flavor, but they're going to be done way earlier than I wanted them to be done. And I don't think my cabbage and my potatoes are done just yet. So I'm trying to get the temperature down in here. Now, had I put a water pan in here, it would have helped reduce the temperature, and this would have taken a lot longer. But I didn't, being lazy. We just really wanted to try to get this out here, is why the ribs are cooking as fast as they are. They're not going to be bad that they're cooked a little faster. I just wanted them to cook slower. And you can hear the temperature has gone down a little bit. Now I'm debating whether or not I'm going to go get some barbecue sauce and put some sauce on these guys. I think I might do that because they're almost done. All right, so I'm back outside, and this cook is just one of those things that anybody should be able to recreate at home. And unfortunately, this is the second time I'm filming this clip because it seems as if I didn't press record the first time. Now, you missed it because I already did it. I just put some sauce and I brushed the sauce around the ribs. Again, I like barbecue sauce on my beef ribs, so I put a little bit of barbecue sauce on my beef ribs. Now this cook is really, again, this wasn't focused about the actual beef ribs, the cabbage, and the potatoes I was cooking. I really want to show you guys how this big green egg works and how easy it is or simple it is to run. Now, one of the things that I told you guys that I did was I shut the grill off completely because the residual heat from inside is going to keep cooking those ribs. I wanted to slow the cook down just a little bit. Like I said, I sauced the ribs already. I'm going to flip them over in about 5 or 10 minutes, sauce the other side. They're done. They're ready to come off the grill. My cabbage and my potatoes are pretty much almost done as well. Moving them from the big green egg over to the Traeger and bumping the temperature up to 350 degrees. They are getting cooked. They are cooking very, very well. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. So I'm back out at Sammy. I have a potato that's done. My wife gave me some butter, some cheese, and I went ahead and flipped the ribs over and I got them sauced. She was standing at the door behind you guys and she was asking me if I could torch the ribs just to caramelize the sauce. So I think I'm gonna try to get the grill gun back out, see if I can make that happen. All right, hopefully that'll suffice. Let me show you guys what I did. Obviously you saw these couple over here, and you can see the char, but they're looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna take these in the house. So all right, so I'm back in the house, and I have a few of the ribs off. I have the cabbage off, and I have, this is the potato I was telling you guys about, my wife's potato that she had me put cheese and butter on, and I put it back out on the trigger for the cheese and everything to melt. But let me show you guys. I can tell you, how does the cabbage smell?
It smells good, but can you move the foil so we can see it?
All right, she's assisting me, camera assist today. All right, so, all right, it's still a little tough, but maybe what I should have done is opened it up, kind of spread it out in a container or something. But it looks pretty good. It's just not as soft as I would like it to be, but it's probably fine. You think it's all right?
It looks raw.
It looks raw?
But no, we'll see. It doesn't look, usually like when cabbage gets really done, it becomes translucent, right? And I still see a lot of color. So
maybe I'll wrap it back up and
I'll taste it first. I mean, you can eat cabbage raw.
True.
It's called coleslaw.
I was giving you a
you gonna
taste.
put it in my face? 1 second, it's dripping.
I see. On me?
Yeah, it's real
On me?
crunchy.
On me? On me? The camera.
Please tell me to put it on its face. Wrap it up.
Alright, it still could be cooked a little harder, but it tastes good.
It could be cooked a little longer, not harder.
Anyway, you know what I meant. But it tastes good.
But
This is what you worry about. The potato and the ribs. Here, we'll put it right there.
Back up, people, just see it all happen.
I know you're not going to eat all 3 of these, but I'm going to put them on your plate for you.
Okay.
Alright? Does that look good? And you want me to, what do you want to do with the cabbage?
I'll still take a little piece.
Alright.
Very little. So when you take it back out there, put a little bit more butter on the inside and salt and pepper.
Anything else, Your Highness?
Don't start with me.
Ooh, it's hot.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Okay. Alright. More butter.
More butter, baby.
Alright. So, thank you guys. What I will do is, once I finish cooking and I get everything off of the big green egg, I will show you the after effects of what's left as far as the cabbage and how I clean it up. Alright? I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I'm back out at Sammy, and I am just going to show you the finished ribs now that I have my wife all squared away. She's eating her lunch. I'm going to go ahead and get these last couple ribs off, and I'm going to actually eat. But again, I'll show you this, and then I'll wrap this up once I'm all done. Alright, so these ribs are looking great. The caramelization definitely happened. These again were some of the ones that I torched. And the one in the middle, I left them alone. That one in the back was also torched. But these look great. So that was my ribs, my cabbage. All right, so the potatoes are done. The cabbage was not done yet. You saw I cut slits in it. I sprayed some Arcade down in there. I've got some more seasoning on it. I wrapped it all back up. I'll let this sit out here for another half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm not pressed about it. I really wanted to get really nice and soft and just make sure it's done all the way through. But that is that for now. I'll see you guys when I'm ready to clean up the grill a little later. All right, guys. So I'm back out at Sammy, and I wanted to, well, not wanted to clean up, but it's time for me to clean up. So first things first, I'm gonna get the grate cleaned off. And obviously, it's easier to do these things when everything is hot. Grate is clean, just like new. So we'll be ready to use it next time without having to do any cleaning before we get to cooking. It's hot. It's still hot. Here, come on, Mr. Riser. Come on off too. Alright, so we have the grate out and the riser out. Next thing we have to clean is the diverter plate there. Now what I do, I have this scraper and I'm just going to get everything off. Again, this is easiest to do when the grill is still hot. And I'm just going to scrape it off down into where the charcoal is. I'm trying not to get it between the back of the, there's like a little air gap. I'm trying to get it down in with the charcoal so it burns in and away there, as opposed to in the air gap. Now, of course, because of the fact that the charcoal is not finished burning off, and with the fact that I have the lid open, it's trying to come back alive. So we're going to do this pretty quickly and then get it closed up, and then I'll show you the charcoal a little later if I remember. So remind me to show you the charcoal a little later. Alright, but it's trying to come back alive. Alright, so now that we have the diverter plate clean, that's it. Alright guys, so it's been a few hours and new shirt. Okay, so I'm still showing 200 degrees on this grill, which means that it is not gone completely out and it is still warm. And as you see, it's still going. So I have this handle to pick this plate up, and I'm just going to stick it off to the side for right now. Now, one of the things that's actually smoldering is the stuff that I scraped off the top. So this is what's left, and this is going to burn off a little bit more, I'm sure, because of the fact that it's still hot. But that little fire was nothing. And you can see how, I know I did a cook a while ago, and I used regular Kingsford briquettes in this grill, and you see there's still remnants of that, aside from the remnants or pieces of a lot of this lump charcoal. But what I'm doing is trying to get the ash down and out, so that basically I won't have to do it on the next cook. But I put a little hole down there, so hopefully you can see just down in there. And I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. It's starting to it's trying to come back alive. But that was it. So that's one of the beautiful things about the big green eggs. They're very fuel efficient, because if I were to put this on a low heat, I can definitely cook on this thing, 12, 18 hours, and then probably have a little bit of charcoal left, depending on how full you fill this basket up. The point that I was trying to make is the charcoal lasts a long while in here. And when I'm done, all you do is close it off, everything dies out, and I'll have this charcoal when I start it up next time. Alright, so hopefully that helps out some of you guys who may have had questions about the ceramic grills, the Big Green Egg, the Primo grills, the Vision grills, any other ceramic grill maker out there. But they work really well. They're very efficient, and that is one of the beautiful things about them. One of the issues I have with this one, it takes a while for it to come up to temperature, and if you overshoot your temperature, there is no quickly letting the temperature come down. So you guys saw that today. I overshot my mark, and I had a little bit of difficulty trying to get it choked off, but I got it worked out. So thank you guys as always for watching. Roll the outro.
Hey, look, guys, down below is listed the P.O. Box. If you want to send us something to try, a sauce, a seasoning, some jerky, feel free. Something funny, something for us to try, send it to the P.O. Box below. It's always listed in the description. But
thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Join us on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Go live for 2 hours. In the first hour, we talk about barbecue or something barbecue business related. The second hour, come as you please and bring your flesh.
And we talk about anything.
And then we talk about anything.
All right. Well, not her, but me. So.
Sometimes I peek in.
Yes, you do. So you want to tell them thank them again for watching?
Thank you again for watching.
And we'll see you. Oh, I'm sorry.
And please do subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.